What's up, everybody? Drama here with another review, this time for Immortals Fenyx Rising on PS4, a game that at one point, had quite a bit of hype, and then kind of fell off the face of the earth, sort of, after the name change, if memory serves. So the plat took me around 60 hours. It was a little shy of that, which is longer than the internet says it should take, and, blame that on me for not optimizing, I guess. But honestly, I just could not get into this game for the life of me. The combat is like it's okay. You have options. You have a sword, an axe, and a bow and arrow at one point. Eventually, it doesn't take that long to get them, but you don't start out with all three. And then you get godly powers, and what I ended up finding worked was just spamming one of those godly powers in charged mode once I had it. And after that, the game just the combat got really boring because you were killing bosses without really doing anything at all. Um, Certainly could have not done it that way, but nothing else worked very well. I did run into a couple of glitches. They were audio glitches. Visually, the game never skipped a beat. It does take quite a while to load on a standard PS4, but otherwise, no issues. But yeah, there were some audio glitches where voices, the voice acting just became barely audible and super muffled, or where certain sound effects just stopped playing. Happened to me a couple times. I did end up getting to fix it by reloading the game, exiting the game and then restarting it completely did fix that, but it was nonetheless really rather annoying because it would not fix itself otherwise. On to the first of the two major complaints: the story and the way it is told. So the story is actually, it's pretty standard stuff. There's nothing super special about it, but it's like end of the world. You gotta, do all this stuff. Serious, right? Okay, cool. I don't need it to push me too far. And instead of leaning into, hey, maybe this should be kind of serious, there's like a joke every 5 seconds. That's probably an exaggeration. I'm sure that's an exaggeration. But it's just told in the campiest, hokiest, least serious way you could think of, basically. And that really destroyed me caring about the story in any way, shape, or form. Like, if you're going to have a serious story, then tell a serious story, or at least act like it's kind of serious. But no. They just, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm a talking chicken. Or whatever. And it's like talking chicken's fine, but it's bad. Like, bad. Now on to the second major complaint, which is the gameplay itself. While the combat's okay, there's a stamina bar that is utilized not only in combat, but also while traversing the islands that you're on. And that is just A, completely unnecessary, and B, a massive pain for no particular reason. Now there are a couple of times, there are some moves that you use for traversal that make sense for taking stamina, but most of them don't. It's just unnecessary. Worse, though, is the fact that this game is just a ridiculous collectathon. Now you may say, well, you knew that going in, Drama. This is an Ubisoft game. Sure, of course. But most of the time, at least in the Ubisoft games that I've played, which are not small in number, they're not all of them though, the collectibles make some level of sense. But you need to get the vast majority of a significant number of collectibles that are not easy to get on the map. There are places you can climb and use something called Farsight to unlock. You have to find the locations, though, and that doesn't work very well, nor does it actually identify all the locations. There were dozens of collectible locations I had to look from a completely ridiculous angle to actually identify. And that, combined with just the fact that there's way too many of them, really destroyed the game. along with the story. So this is a game I would suggest avoiding unless you just want to spend hours and hours grinding for no particular payoff. It's not a terrible game, but it's just not worth the time and effort needed to actually beat it. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drama out.